Out with the old, in with the new. I'm telling you, we're going to be seeing a new Princess Peach going forward. For years, we've seen Princess Peach endure so many hardships, constantly getting kidnapped and having nothing to do about it. Only being able to rely on Mario and his brother Luigi to come to her rescue and save her. But now, I think things are going to be changing. Like I've said many times before in many different videos, I feel as though we're reaching a new era of Mario. This new era is going to be changing a lot of things for the characters and not just the voice acting. The way these characters communicate, their portrayal, and the stories told with them, I think is going to be changing a lot going forward. But to narrow things down, I want to talk about Princess Peach, who you clicked on this video to hear about. Now, as I stated at the beginning of this video, by definition, Peach was, and maybe still is in some people's mind, the damsel in distress. She was always the character that needed constant saving. Now, that isn't to say that there aren't instances where Peach was able to hold her own in the past, because there definitely are, and there is official material that is dedicated to just that point. However, in a much broader, larger sense, I think the general consensus is that Peach is seen as a character who is supposed to be saved. Outside of that, there really isn't all that much to her. However, I believe all of that changed just this year. With the release of the Mario movie, we saw a brand new side of Princess Peach. Actually, I wouldn't even say brand new, because this, again, is sides we've seen of this character before in other officially licensed Nintendo material. That said, however, it was never really promoted in a broader sense. Not many people were able to see all of this older material, so when they saw Peach in the movie, it was a total culture shock for them. Instead of Princess Peach getting kidnapped, it was Luigi. And who helped save Luigi? Princess Peach. And when she did get kidnapped, she was really doing a great job holding her own. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this characterization of Peach is going anywhere anytime soon. Granted, I don't think she'll be as militant as she is in the Mario movie, but I think her taking on the role of not getting captured anymore and actually being a major contributor in saving something is going to be the Peach we see more often. As of this current point in time of recording, there are 6 upcoming Mario games, and 4 of which Peach is playable. Those 4 being Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Super Mario RPG, Princess Peach Showtime, and the Thousand Year Door. While it is worth noting that 2 of these games are remasters, I feel as though it's pretty interesting that they chose these 2 games to remaster in the first place. I mean, in my opinion, these 2 are some of the deepest Mario stories we've ever seen, and they give Peach quite a bit of screen time. In both of these games, Peach is seen as far more than just your typical damsel in distress too, and I think that's really what I'm talking about here when I mean that Peach will be changing forever. I don't know if you've had the opportunity to play Super Mario RPG yet, but I certainly hope you'll take that chance when it releases in November. But either way, believe it or not, Peach in this game is not nearly as girly as she lets herself on to be in other Mario titles. Peach, alongside many of the other characters within this game, have extensive dialogue, and you can really get to understand how they operate because of it. She's someone who wants to be part of the action in this game, and even if she does deal the least damage out of everybody else, she still makes herself useful as she's able to heal other characters. And even when you look at games like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, where she actually is the damsel in distress, I think the way they handle it is so much different than other games. Like, for example, with this title, I feel as though you get to see what's going on inside of Peach's head, and she gets to be more fleshed out as a character, as opposed to just being someone you rescue. When it comes to Peach in both of these games, there's definitely more than meets the eye. Putting aside the RPG titles, what are the other games that Peach will be playable in, like Super Mario Bros. Wonder? Well, I just want to say this. Princess Peach is playable in a 2D Mario title. Yes, she's been playable in 3D once before with 3D World, but I feel like this is really important because if you look at the history of 2D Mario games, just going through all of the mainline products that they've released outside of like the mobile phone one or Super Mario Run or whatever it was called, the basic storyline for all of those games is exactly the same. You have the Koopalings, you have Bowser, they kidnap Peach, Mario goes saves her. And that's the entire plot. However, with Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Peach is an active member of this team. And to top it all off, Peach doesn't even have any extra character bonuses anymore. She's not an easier character to play as, she plays the exact same way as both Mario and Luigi. What this simply tells me is they want to make Peach a character sort of like Mario and Luigi, where she can kind of go on her own adventures, and she's more than capable of doing so. Nintendo's decision of remastering these two RPG games, as well as having Peach be a more integral part of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, just tells me that they want to make Peach a more prominent character within this series, someone who's not just going to be the reason why the adventure happens. Especially having all of this release after you have the Mario movie come out, where the Mario movie was kind of like the introduction to this different version of Princess Peach. I mean, come on, it's like they're really trying to hammer that nail in. So with those three games, there's really something you have to note here. Peach is going with other people. She's not on her own, but she's going on adventure with other characters who she's friends with, or characters we know and can play as. Now, Peach is also getting her very own game where she is taking the starring role. Mind you, this is not the first time this has happened, and I doubt it will be the last, but I think it's important to note this because the last time Peach had a starring role in her game, she was able to fight against some of the strongest Mario villains and win. There's no telling what'll happen once Peach takes center stage again. Get it? See what I did there? Because like the whole game is like a play thing. I'm so funny. But either way, in this new game, Peach has a reason to defend and also save the people she cares about. She goes on this adventure with these toads basically going to this theater that becomes corrupted. And for once, no one seems to be directly after her, so instead she's tasked with the ability to save others. And you want to know what the most interesting part about all of this is? Peach is actually doing it, and there's no Mario or anyone else around to help her. This game is thrusting Peach into the center stage, giving her all kinds of new powers to save all those that she cares about, and more. You can't tell me that this era is not going to be starting a new version of Princess Peach, where she's no longer the damsel in distress, and maybe she does act very similar to how she once did, but instead she's more capable than she ever once was before. Now, to sort of end off this video, I want to make one thing clear. I don't think this is the death of the damsel in distress Princess Peach. I definitely think that at some point, maybe in the next 3D Mario title, she will be getting kidnapped again, because that's just kind of the way things go. I think it'd be weird to not have her ever get kidnapped again. However, I think it's also important to realize here that this will not happen every single time, like it seems to have happened for like the last several years. I think Nintendo recognizes the potential they have in a character like Princess Peach and can make her just so much cooler. Who knows what the future has in store for this character, but I know it's going to be a bright one. But now I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on what's going on with Princess Peach and how she's getting more time in the spotlight? I'd love to see what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. Also, while you're at it, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notifications bell so you never miss a video from me. You guys do not want to miss what I have to say. But anyway, with all that said and done, this is Sonic signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?